So, Gospel of John, chapter 21, and this is the epilogue of John's Gospel. And I thank God that we have this chapter. It tells us so much. It talks about the life after, it talks about discipling, it talks about disciples, it talks about obedience, it talks about love, it talks about the commission, it talks about the ministry, it talks about dependence. It's a verse 3. I'm going out to fish, Simon Peter told them, and they said, we'll go with you. Simon Peter is a born leader, it seems like. But at least if he is not a born leader, he is a leader who became a leader later on. In the sense, 7 of them were there, and Simon says, I'm going to fish. When Simon says that, everybody says, we are going with you, we'll go with you. Now this is the problem with men. Don't you think so? The thing with men is, they prefer the outdoor than the indoor, and if there's nothing to do, they will go fishing. I mean, I'm not against the profession of fishing, but if you look at the other two, it seemed like they were not even fishermen. But they also jumped into the same boat. They liked the adventure, they liked the outing, let's go check it out. And the men went. So, for we the disciples who choose to be the apostles, the instruction is lead the others, but lead them on fruitful trips, not fruitless trips. Because over here, Simon says, I'm going to fish, and it's got nothing to do with his 3.5-year training. He's got a 3.5-year training for what? To close the books and go to fish? To give up everything and go away? But that was a phase of life, it's over. Let's go back to fish. But there's nothing wrong in profession, but a disciple should understand that his profession is kingdom. Fishing is secondary. And if Simon Peter was going to fish for the profession, for his family or as a business, what's the point of taking friends along? So it tells you that he is not doing it seriously, he's just doing it to get back, to that old life. You somehow miss the old life, and now the main magnet figure, Yeshua HaMashiach, is not here. It somehow seems like, empty, vacant, lost. Then what happens is, we go back to the old life. Because there, it was minus the Lord and I got on with life. Here, I got to know the Lord, but now He's not there. So what? And that's a very important transition for men or for anybody, especially when he's chosen the kingdom. The initial excitement dies out very soon. The initial excitement of anything new. Anybody gets anything new. Today it's a big thing on the media called unboxing. I tell you, to me it seems so silly. You have a whole video of unboxing. We guys, took the box, threw it away, and got on with job. Unboxing is a very religious thing, you unbox this and open this. Oh, this is there and this is there. There's so many items, and that's all video. And people watch it, and you'll see some 600K watches, views You want to watch somebody unboxing so badly, you're removing something from a box. And so that unboxing is something that excites human beings. And so when you get something new, you're unboxing yourself to the new stuff. But after a few days, that new stuff also becomes old. Then you look for something more new. And in the same manner, similar context, you're looking for the Lord now after a few days. Initially it was all exciting, we read the Gospel of John and we did the Psalms and I learned 4 songs and we got few friends. After that it all becomes like, it's a daily routine, man. You see? And then you go back to your fishing or your, strolling or your TV surfing, or flying your kite. So whatever you do, the Lord no more excites you, and that's a big danger. And the more severe danger in that is when you announce it to others. Come, we'll go back to PUBG or to the pub or to the street corner or wherever, whatever, and then a gang of 7 boys or few girls or whatever join in. Bad leadership. Bad leadership. Go to sleep. Pray. Plan for the next day. You got your trainer after your training. You got to learn what to do next. You got to think ahead. So he announces, I'm going out to fish. Simon Peter told them, and they said, we'll go with you. So they went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. That's what you're going to get. Because in the contrast of Yeshua, Jesus, who is the light of the world, everything else is going to be night. And in the contrast of Jesus, who is everything, everything else is going to be nothing. And if you decide to go back to your old self, you will realize it was night and I got nothing. It was all dark and there's nothing there. And yet, these boys are trying to find something all night. They want the high. And one thing about the fish is, you can't decide whether to have hope or give up hope. Because the fish is below the surface and you can't see it. And every time you may come up with the thought of, come, let's wind up and go, you'll feel the net vibrate or the rod shake or something happens. Oh, I got it. 1 more minute, 5 more minutes. The 5 more minutes stretches out into eternity sometimes for some people. Fishing could be very intoxicating. But not only fishing, I've got nothing to do with fishing. I'm not talking, the stories about fishing, so I'm talking about it. But anything for that matter. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes at the TV, 5 more minutes at the pub, 5 more minutes at this, 5 more, you'll get nothing out of it. That's the point. Without Jesus, nothing. With Jesus, everything. You have the light and you have everything. Others only have darkness and you have nothing. And that's what they discovered. Now I suggest we learn from them and not let's go back to check out if what they're saying is correct. Because for sure, you are going to get the same results. Am I correct? For sure, away from Jesus, you will get the same results. So don't go to try it out, just follow the instructions. They did it, they have recorded it for us, let's learn it. By the way, John was in the boat. The young boy John, but he is writing this now when he's old. He's about 60 now, 60, 65 now. He's writing the story. He is like, how dumb we were. John is recording this after a long time, and he records this story because it was very important to him and it helped him in his career. And so he records the story, and I believe it will help us, so let us study it well. Verse 4 is an interesting verse to me. Early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples did not realize that it was Jesus. Okay, let's give it. It's misty, it's foggy, they are far away in the water, they are tired, without sleep. They've been trying to get some fish, at least they'll take it home. At least a wife will not scream at you where you were the whole night. You can prove it that I went fishing. Say, I got so much of fish. Now, if you go home without fish, you're going to have a bad day after having a bad night. Because who's going to believe you? You came back empty-handed and expect me to believe you? You were again with the boys, partying, or you were who knows where. It's pretty bad. And the Lord was on the shore. They did not recognize him. They did not realize it was Jesus. Verse 5, he called out to them, friends, haven't you any fish? I like this, that he addresses them, friends, in my Bible, for the first time. After resurrection, friends. He does not say, you backsliders. He does not say you bunch of hypocrites. You loved your old life. He doesn't say that. Friends, haven't you any fish? No, they answered. No, they're screaming and shouting across the lake. No, they answered. He said, throw your net on the right side of the boat and you will find some. And I like this, that the Lord comes and gives them an instruction with the answer in it or the result in it, and you will find some. Really? Are you sure? We just said no. We were out there the whole night. Now you want to draw in the net and throw it back on the right side. And you will find some. How do you know? How do you know that I will find some? On the left side they are not, on the right side they are there. But I like to remind us about another net. Because today, everybody stays up the whole night on a net. And they are fishing for some fish the whole night. And they get nothing. It's all dark out there. And this net is not even getting you physically, active. You're just slumping on some kind of a couch or in a bed or in a pillow, and all these positions are bad for the health. And they are very deep in the net, they don't realize they themselves are trapped in the net. One of the worst things is, they are in the PUBG. And in this PUBG, instead of catching fish, they're knocking off people, shooting them off. And all are so excited, it becomes morning. Shooting. Becomes morning. And the Lord is asking, haven't you got any fish? What's the answer? I got many. I shot many. Many died. He is the Lord. who has come to give life and life in abundance. And this net in this day is training the youth to knock off life and knock off abundantly. The more you knock off, the more points you get, the higher the ladder you go, literally the lower the ladder you go. Even if you think you're going up a ladder, the question is against which wall is this ladder leaning? Where are you getting yourself to? I would sincerely suggest that you take the instructions of the Lord and put your net on the right side. Don't do the wrong things. Put your net on the right side. And they were unable to haul the net in because of the large number of fish. And you will find some is a very definite statement. You just need to obey. If you ignore thinking you are smart, you can never be smarter than the Lord. If He said do it and you will get it, just do it and you will get it. And that's why I repeat, put your net or open your net on the right side and you will get some good education, good instruction, and good blessings. And when these boys did it, it says, immediately they got the catch. They got the fish. The Lord is always into abundance. The world government will ration things to you, but the kingdom government will give you in abundance, provided you obey. So the key to blessing is obedience. And obey what? Obey the word, not the world.